What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Meosha being one. We are watching George Carlin, list of people who ought to be killed. It's about 20 minutes and 44 seconds. This is my first time watching this, so I've heard of him before. Let's check it out.
Now, something else a lot of you are aware of, those of you with illegal cable hookups will be aware of the fact that one of the things I like to do in my shows is complain. You know, it's kind of a motif for me, complaining. And of course, this weird culture we live in leaves you no shortage of things to complain about. So this next piece of material, like most good ideas, is fairly simple. It's just a list of people who ought to be killed.
I love how like the crowd's cheering. They're like, yeah!
Starting with these people who read self-help books. Why do so many people need help? Life is not that complicated. You get up, you go to work, you eat 3 meals, you take one, you go back to bed. What's the mystery? And the part I really don't understand, if you're looking for self-help, why would you read a book written by somebody else? That's not self-help, that's help.
It's true.
There's no such thing as self-help. If you did it yourself, you didn't need help. You did it yourself. Try to pay attention to the language we've all agreed on. And a similar mystery to me, motivation books, motivation seminars. Why would anyone need to be motivated by someone else? I say if you lack motivation, a seminar isn't going to help you. What you really need is to be smashed in the head 30 or 40 times with a golf club. That motivate you. Or else at least get you up and moving around the room. You know, locate your socks like that. Get the day rolling. Motivation is bull. If you ask me, this country could use a little less motivation. The people who are motivated are the ones who are causing all the trouble. Stock swindlers, serial killers, child molesters, Christian conservatives. These people are highly motivated. Highly motivated. And anyway, I think motivation is overrated. You show me some lazy prick who's lying around all day watching game shows and stroking his, and I'll show you someone's not causing any trouble. Okay? Hey. All right. Here's another pack of low-grade morons who ought to be locked into portable toilets and set on fire. These people with bumper stickers that say, "We are the proud parents of an honor student at the Franklin School." You know? Or the Midvale Academy, or whatever other innocent-sounding name has been assigned to the indoctrination center, where their child has been sent to be stripped of his individuality and turned into an obedient, soul-dead, conformist member of the American consumer culture.
Ooh. Whoa. Let's unpack that really quick. Okay. So real, so true. They get you young, right? They conform us at such a young age. Our brains put these things in our minds. So you gotta kind of wonder, like, why are they doing this? What is this for? What is the purpose? You know what I mean? Ooh, that was a lot. It's funny, but true.
Proud parents. What kind of empty people need to validate themselves through the achievements of their children? How'd you like that to live with a couple of these misfits? How's that science project coming along, Justin? You, Dad. You simple-minded prick. Mind your own business and pass the Cheerios. Here's a bumper sticker I'd like to see. We are the proud parents of a child whose self-esteem is sufficient that he doesn't need us promoting his minor scholastic achievements on the back of our car. That would really fit good.
Right.
Or, we are the proud parents of a child who has resisted his teacher's attempts to break his spirit and bend him to the will of his corporate masters. Just be nice a little for change, you know? Here's something realistic. We have a daughter in public school who hasn't been knocked up yet.
That part. That's real.
We have a son in public school who hasn't shot any of his classmates yet. But he does sell drugs to your honor student. Plus, he knocked up your daughter. Then there are the people who aren't too proud of their children. We are the embarrassed parents of a cross-eyed little nitwit who at the age of 10 not only continues to wet the bed, but also on the school bus. Something like that on the back of the car might give the child a little more incentive, you know? Get him to try a little harder next semester. Here are some more parents who ought to be beaten with heavy clubs and left bleeding in the moonlight. These are the ones who carry their babies around in these backpacks or front packs or slings or whatever these devices are called that are apparently designed to leave the parents' hands free to sort through high-end merchandise and reach for their platinum credit cards. Because it's always these upscale, yuppie-looking, Greenpeace, environmentally conscious assholes who have mine, you know? I say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Natural Fibers. I say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Natural Fibers. It's not camping equipment, it's a baby.
Natural
Touch
fibers.
the little prick now and then. He'll thank you for it someday. These are the same people who sort their garbage, jog with their dogs, and listen to Steely Dan. You know? You just like to take them out deep into the forest and disembowel them with a wooden cooking spoon. There are some more people who ought to be smashed across the face repeatedly with a piece of heavy mining equipment. These grown men who refer to their fathers as my daddy. You know? Yeah. You hear a lot of this stupid shit in this.
Okay, he's super descriptive. I love that about him. I love that he's super descriptive, super offensive, but I love it. It's so good. It's like he's just guts you right there in the chest, but with truth. There's a lot of truth to what he's saying, but it's really funny. Like I like how he presents it.
Yeah. Gee, you hear a lot of this stupid shit in the South. These rebel assholes, you know. My daddy, yeah, my daddy. Well, you know, my daddy used to say, blah, 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 blah. Oh, he did he? Well, wasn't that fucking enlightening? My daddy used to say, your daddy. Your daddy. In his wrinkled, rustic, rural, country asshole. Grow up, Billy Joe, Carl, Bob, Danny, Frank. You're not 6 anymore. More like 9.
Joe, Bob, Carl, Daddy, Frank.
Here's another unfortunate pack of mutants who ought to be penciled in for a sudden visit from the angel of death. These guys who can't tell you about a phone call they had without giving you...
Oh, I can't do it.
The pinky and the thumb. Like they attended mime college. Studied under Marcel Marceau. So I call her up, you know? And I'm talking to her. And she hangs up on me. So I hang up on her. And she calls me back. I hang up again. I say, hey, Bruno, thanks for the visual aid. But we all understand the concept of the telephone. You hold it in your hand, you talk into it. Excuse me, Bruno, incoming call. Oh, hey, it's for you. Here's another bunch of pus-headed telephone cretins. These self-important techno-dicks who walk around with these hands-free telephone headsets and earpieces. Mr. Self-Important doesn't want to be too far from the phone in case Henry Kissinger calls. He's got the Dalai Lama on line 2. I say, hey, spaceman, as long as your hands are free, reach over here and fondle my balls, would you please?
He's really funny. He's a funny guy. I mean, brilliant. Let's get back into it.
And answering machines. Starting with these people who think it's cute to let their children record the outgoing message. You know? And you can't understand a word of it because the kid's a fucking imbecile. Hi, my name name is Stacy. I'm 5 years old. My mommy and daddy aren't home. Here's my message, Stacy. I'm coming over to your house with a big knife. And I'm gonna kill mommy and daddy. Then I'm gonna peel off their skin and make a funny hat. After that, I'm gonna take out my huge dong and stick it right in your... These are the same parents who at Christmas time send you pictures of their children.
Oh boy, I know that.
Pictures
Right.
you didn't ask for, and you don't want it. But it is fun throwing the pictures away, isn't it? I don't even look at the f***ing Christmas card. Who is this? Luann is 12 this year. Luann.
Oh my God.
I give a shit how old she is. Does she have any tits yet? Send me a picture of Luann's tits. Then I know I'm gonna have a happy New Year,
God.
too. Then, just to compound your holiday pleasure, they enclose a family newsletter. Just what you're hoping for. News about people you can barely f***ing remember. We're so proud of Brad. He's been accepted into dental school. Yeah, in the Philippines. After 4 tries. Brad and everybody who looks like Brad. Judging from his picture, I think he's j***ing off too much. Keep him away from Luann. Here's another bunch of genetic defectives who've been turned loose on answering machines. These guys who cannot resist the urge to put music on their outgoing message. You know, some guy spends $8 at Radio Shack and suddenly he's a f***ing record producer. And because he's busy in the basement off his dog, I have to listen to substandard music. And it's always rotten music, you know? It's either new age, that pointless, meandering zombie noise played by pseudo-spiritual lunatics who think wind chimes are a musical instrument. Or else it's soft rock, that lame, weak, non-threatening suburban white boy junk played by bands like Men Without Testicles. Oh, and folks, on these answering machines, do me a favor, would you please? When you record your outgoing message, don't bother telling me you can't come to the phone. I understand that. Apparently, that's why we have these machines. And don't tell me to leave my name and number. Somehow, I figured that out. And if you work in an office, never mind that stuff, I'm away from my desk. If you had to take a shit, say so. Just say, hi, this is Mary Louise. I had the Mexican jalapeno bean chili dip, and I washed it down with a gallon of gin. I'll be in and out all day. There are some more people who ought to be strapped into chairs and beaten with hammers.
Oh my God.
People who wear visors. Let me ask you something.
I like visors.
What the f is the point in wearing half a hat? Either get a hat or don't. No one's interested in the top of your head. Go back to the store and tell them to give you the rest of the hat. They cheated you. Better still, get yourself one of them little Jewish hats and sew it to your visor. Then you got yourself a full-fledged hat, my friend.
That's hilarious.
Here are some more musical vermin whose mothers we wish had had medical plans that included abortion.
Oh, he went there.
These singers who think they're so special, they only need one name. Bono, Sting, Jewel, Tiffany, Prince. What a crock of shit. Get a fucking last name, would you please? I got a nice 2-word name for you. Pretentious sucker. How do you like that? Bono, Sting. It's not bad enough the music sucks, but with no last name, you can't find out where they live to throw a fucking bomb through their window. It's frustrating. Here are some more people who deserve an inoperable tumor at the base of their spines.
Oh my
These
God.
guys who fly around the world in a balloon. You know? What is this, 1850? Get an airline ticket, will you, please? When are the media going to realize no one's interested in some rich trouser stain who's so bored he's got to fly around the balloon all day? I hope the next guy gets hit by lightning. It flies around in little fart circles. And lands in a sewage treatment pond and sinks with the rest of the turds. Mr. Lighter Than Air. Here is another pack of jack-offs who ought to be strangled in front of their children. People who pay for inexpensive items with a credit card. You know?
Well,
Folks,
yeah.
take my word for this.
I understand that.
Raisinets is not a major purchase. Get some cash together. No one should be paying a bank 18% interest on Tic Tacs. And you're holding up the line, too. Some dorky-looking prick with a fanny pack waiting to be approved for a bag of cheese doodles. I need this like I need an infected scrotum. Get some fucking money. Next guy ahead of me online pays for Newsweek with a credit card is getting stabbed in the eyes.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been guilty of that. I did that once.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. You know, yeah, it's just a goofy f***ing name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd. And this is Blake and Blair and Blaine and Brent. Where are all these goofy f***ing boys' names coming from? Taylor, Tyler, Jordan, Flynn. These are not real names. You want to hear a real name? Eddie. Eddie is a real name. Whatever happened to Eddie? He was here a minute ago. Joey and Jackie and Johnny and Phil, Bobby and Tommy and Danny and Bill. What happened? Todd and Cody and Dylan and Cameron and Tucker. Hi, Tucker. I'm Todd. Hi, Todd. I'm Tucker. Tucker sucks. And Tucker's friend, Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah. There's another soft name for a boy, Kyle. Soft names make soft people. I'll bet you anything that 10 times out of 10, Nicky, Vinny, and Tony will beat the shit out of Todd, Kyle, and Tucker. Thank you very much.
So funny. This is my first time watching this, so I am like blown away. His description, his depiction.
Gun enthusiast.
It's like he's just letting it all out.
I'm a gun enthusiast. Oh yeah, well I'm a enthusiast. You want to see me shoot? Cock this and I'll discharge a load for you. And I'm not against guns. I'm not one of those mindless Hollywood cocksuckers. I'm not against guns. I'm not against bullets. I'm not even against people shooting each other. Shit, shooting somebody's part of the American dream. I don't care who it is. Parents, teachers, kids, let them get shot. Doesn't bother me. But speaking of mindless Hollywood cocksuckers, before Charlton Heston became president of these dickless lunatics in the NRA, they had a different guy. He's still one of their major spokesmen. His name is Wayne LaPierre. What kind of a name for a gun nut is Wayne LaPierre? Doesn't this sound a little fruity to you? Hi, I'm Wayne. I'm a gun person. Bang, bang. You know what this prick's name ought to be? Biff Webster. Spud Crowley, a man's name, Chuck Steak. Here are some more men who ought to be strapped to a gurney and castrated with fishing knives. White guys who shave their heads completely bald. You know? They're so ashamed they lost 11 hairs. They're going to try to turn it into some kind of a masculine statement. I say, hey, you
Fishing
goofy looking
knives.
baldy head. Looks good on black guys. On you, it's ugly, repulsive, and disgusting. You want to be bald? Do what I did. Wait a while. Yeah. Meantime, there's no excuse for running around looking like a freshly circumcised. And just to wind up this little group of complaints,
Wait a
finally,
while.
this is a group of social criminals. These people in the space program. Nassholes, I call them. In case you haven't heard, the latest disaster for the rest of the universe is that the United States is going to go to Mars. Okay? Oh, yeah. We're going to go to Mars. And then, of course, we're going to colonize deep space with our microwave hot dogs and plastic vomit, fake dog shit, and cinnamon dental floss and lemon-scented toilet paper and sneakers with lights in the heels. And all these other impressive things we've done down here. But let me ask you this. What are we going to tell the Intergalactic Council of Ministers the first time one of our teenage mothers throws her newborn baby into a dumpster, huh? How are we going to explain that to the space people? How are we going to let them know that our ambassador was only late for the meeting because his breakfast was cold and he had to spend half an hour punching his wife around the kitchen? And what are they going to think when they find out it's just a local custom that over 80 million women in the third world have had their clitorises forcibly removed in order to reduce their sexual pleasure so they won't cheat on their husbands? Can't you just sense how eager the rest of the universe is for us to show up? Can't you see them out there? Thank you.
Wow. Wow, that was my first time ever reacting to George Carlin. Like I said, a full special, like a segment, and that was awesome. Raunchy, real, like I said, right to the gut. Like you felt every word he's saying. Yes, but it was truth. There was truth to that. And I think for some people it would be like really offensive, but this is the voice of free speech, right? This is what I was saying in the previous video, which I did a reaction to Dave Chappelle. And I was saying in that one that we live in a time that it's like we're not able to speak our mind, like we want. And I think this is an example of that, as someone who's speaking their mind, even if it's offensive, but it was literally like, he covered so many things, so many different things in America, but I think this is what free speech is, and being able to say that without any type of conviction or anyone trying to cancel you. I don't know if he had any backlash on on his career. I have no idea. But I think that was amazing. Like, I think that was absolutely cool. And it was raunchy. It was like right in your face, but it was funny. It was very funny. But I really just kind of wanted to listen. I feel like he was saying some really important things, but in a really funny and, cutthroat way. But he's so brilliant piece. So thank you guys for suggesting this video for me. I'll definitely have to react to more, but definitely check out my last reaction video. I have like these points throughout the video that you could check out other videos and short films and things like that I've made. I'm a filmmaker, by the way. If you don't know me, my name is Meosha. This is my production company, Big Films Productions. This is my logo, films that I've done. Check me out. Hope you guys rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, make sure you stay tuned for more. I have videos coming out every week. All right, live, love, laugh. Peace.